2016 was a nutty year for internet culture. We had the election and all the shenanigans around that, Harambe, Pokemon Go, Vaporwave going mainstream, a bunch of Kanye stuff, some classic internet memes. There was a lot going on. Now, if you're a true 2016 enthusiast like myself, you probably already realized that I skipped over an important IRL and internet phenomena that went down in 2016 that scared the hell out of a lot of people. Beginning in the summer of 2016, photos and videos began appearing across social media showing unsettling encounters with creepy individuals wearing clown makeup and costumes, loitering in dimly lit urban areas, roadsides, or near the forest's edge. While generally speaking, this clown invasion, as it were, was mostly just a bunch of pranksters that meant no harm. But some clowns pushed the limits, going as far as creating social media profiles for themselves on places like Facebook, where they would post threats and discuss their intent to cause harm or kill people in the real world. One of these infamous social media accounts was the Flomo Clown, known for making threats against a school. The people involved with this page would actually end up facing some serious charges. Today I'll be telling you the story of the Flomo Clown and how one woman behind this murderous online persona ended up facing prison time. Before we get too spooky, I want to give a big thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for anyone who wants to learn a new skill or hobby, or maybe take a creative side hustle to the next level. A couple of years ago, I actually took Jordy Vandeput's course, Editing with Adobe Premiere Pro for Beginners, to better learn color correction and keyframing for my videos. And well, recently I used Jordy's newer Advanced Video Editing with Adobe Premiere Pro course to up my masking game. Let me draw on myself here. There we go. Watch me mask this out. Look at that. I'm masking like a pro thanks to Skillshare. Skillshare has no ads, so you can focus on learning. And they also have live classes with experts where you can go and ask niche questions about your particular hobby of interest and connect with other people that are also interested in the same creative endeavors that you are. So what are you waiting for? It's time to join the Skillshare community. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Start exploring your creativity today. Before we deeply get into the Flomo Clown, I'd like to first give a dash of context on the whole killer clown epidemic that we saw in 2016. As the fear that these clown sightings caused, well, that fear was very real and caused somewhat of a panic amongst the public, and it was something that law enforcement was taking very seriously from day one.
Creepy clowns staring at a local family as they eat dinner in their home. Just the latest in a rash of sightings from the South Bay to the North County. 10 News reporter Emily Thode is live in Imperial Beach. Emily?
The 2016 creepy clown wave really all started with this image of what would become known as Gags the Clown, spotted in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Taken in the early summer, his presence prompted numerous 911 calls, and the image went viral on social media, in a way inviting copycats who wanted attention. After Gags went viral, suddenly menacing-looking clowns began popping up across the United States, especially in the South. While definitely creepy, almost all of these clowns were harmless trend followers just looking to freak people out and maybe get a drop of some viral clout.
This is an absolute nightmare.
We've been doing this for 3 days.
Welcome to the Cali Kill-A-Clown lair. It's actually an attic.
You're scaring people. Not so much as scaring people, but we're walking around taking pictures, and if they happen to see us and get scared, then there's nothing we can do about that.
But there were a handful of disturbing reports that really blurred the lines of exactly what this whole clown thing was, and raised concern that there might be some danger associated with this phenomenon. Just check out some of these reports. In late August, South Carolina police warned the public of reports that a group of men dressed in clown attire and makeup were attempting to lure children into the woods of a suburban area. The following month, the clown was reported to have repeatedly stalked children at a Pottsville, Pennsylvania playground. And another clown in Georgia reportedly chased a 12-year-old boy and his brother as they were waiting for the school bus to arrive. With the actions of these particular clowns in mind, it becomes clear that some were taking this act or prank a little bit too far, and you may have actually had some legit degenerate weirdos like participating in horror fantasies out here. Like this was something that they were getting off to, scaring children. I don't know. As the onslaught of clowns escalated late in the summer, so did their influence on social media. As mentioned briefly in the video's introduction, there were many who created clown alter egos on sites like Facebook. These clowns would often post disturbing photos and make threats to the public within these pages, creating a bizarre horror in the cyber landscape as well as the real world. Which of course brings us to the Flomo Clown Facebook page. So what exactly is Flomo Clown and why the name Flomo? Well, the name of the town that the Flomo page targeted was Flomaton, Alabama, a small tight-knit community located near the Florida state border. In early summer of 2016, the Flomo Clown Facebook page was created and quickly started getting attention in Facebook's sharing algorithm thanks to the shocking content that it posted. The page featured what appeared to be several different clowns who collectively were known as the Flomo Clowns. Its bio sets the tone of the whole operation. I kill people for a living.
Disturbing images on a Facebook page belonging to someone calling themselves Flomo Clown.
Looking further into this page, you can see that whoever was behind it embraced one of the worst parts of the 2016 killer clown epidemic, the harassment of children. Who's in Flomaton? Guns and knife emojis. I love kids. As intrigue in this page grew around Flomaton, many school-age students in the area would actually follow the Flomo Clown out of morbid curiosity, resulting in the clown allegedly sending threats of physical violence to the children who followed. Which is sick if true and would scare the absolute shit out of me if I was a middle schooler. The Flomo Clown degeneracy would persist on for weeks, but eventually toying with kids and Flomaton residents on Facebook would eventually come to bite the Flomo Clowns in the ass.
This disturbing image was posted on a Facebook page called Flomo Clown, along with messages telling school students, "We want to play, see you at school," and "It's going down tonight." It's the latest in a spate of incidents across America in which creepy clowns are terrifying whole communities. What is it about?
On the morning of September 15th, a concerned parent whose child felt threatened by the Flomo Clowns traveled to the local police station and provided the police with the Facebook messages you just heard in that report. Police took a particular interest in these veiled threats that the Flomo Clown was making against the schools of the area, and needless to say, they were taking these threats very seriously. Police also say they received additional reports of a threatening phone call that was made to a local elementary school. And with these pieces of information in mind, combined with the backdrop of clown fear sweeping the nation, the cops weren't taking any chances. And as a result of the Flomo posts, on September 15th, almost all schools in Escambia County, Alabama were put into lockdown, and the community was in full Flomo frenzy.
Now, a News 5 community alert. Creepy clown sightings in the South and threats of violence in Alabama forced several local schools into lockdown today.
These people are going around trying to kill kids, and that's not going to happen in the South.
This individual had sent some threatening messages with some emojis with guns and things of that nature.
And all three Flomaton schools were placed on lockdown, while police made sure everyone was safe.
I'm waiting on Flomo to step on my grass. I'm going to put something in the butt.
Police were working hard to unmask the Flomo Clown and stop this online nonsense once and for all. The FBI was brought on board to help unmask the Flomo Clown. IP addresses were recovered, and within 24 hours, 4 suspects were named and reportedly had pending charges because of the threats posted to the Flomo Clown Facebook page. 3 of these suspects were minors, but 1 was an adult, and her name was Michaela Smith. Smith was implicated as one of the people behind the threats posted to the Flomo Clown page. It's not exactly known what she specifically said, but she was allegedly involved with the page's operation. I have a suspicion that this image that was reported to be on the Flomo Clown page is actually Michaela Smith wearing makeup. Could be wrong though. Who knows if Michaela Smith actually co-signed or agreed with the threats posted on the page, or if it was a prank or not. Engaging in stuff like this on social media is a one-way ticket to the feds, bro. Now, with Michaela Smith being the only adult in this case, she would be getting the harshest punishment. Smith would end up pleading guilty to one count of making terroristic threats and was initially given the maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. However, fortunately for her, this weighty sentence would be suspended, and Smith walked away from the Flomo Klown situation with a sentence of 5 years probation. As part of the probation terms, it's been reported that Smith was forbidden to create any kind of social media account, and if she did create one during this 5-year probation term, she could be subject to that 10-year sentence. The Flomo Klown case was notable because it was really the first time that someone actually faced criminal charges for engaging in this threatening clown activity. It sent a message to the world that this creepy clown bullshit was no longer going to be tolerated. Sure, it started off as spooky, harmless fun, but as clowns started to go viral, you started seeing other clowns doing crazier shit to up the last one, to the point where they're making threats against schools. After the arrest of the Flomo group, authorities cracked down hard across the country, and other arrests of clown cells followed suit. And by the end of fall, the clowns seemingly vanished, dissuaded by the potential of legal punishment and also the trend simply falling out of vogue like many of the participatory internet fads that we've seen come and go. For most of us, the summer of 2016 clown invasion was just one of the many wacky happenings of 2016. But for the select few who dove too deep into the killer clown rabbit hole, it was a time when they made one of the biggest mistakes of their lives. And that, my friends, is the story of the Flomo Clowns. Let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comment section. Slap like on the video, ring that bell, and make sure you let me know who or what you want me to talk about next. Happy Halloween! I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Wavy Web Surf out. Boo.